Judy Cusworth is, she called in yesterday and is calling in again today. She went to the town board meeting in Hartford. She is upset over the, and she actually clarified something for me yesterday. She's saying that a gun went off, and Nagel, you're a gun guy. Mm-hmm. What she's saying is that she's anti-hunting. Mm-hmm. So let's respect all. She's anti-hunting. This is what she does. She actually owns an animal refuge.
Yeah.
Yep. So you were listening. So to review for people, she's saying she confronted the person. He had his deer stand right at the edge of her property, and she said he was not on his property. He was actually on another neighbor's property who also didn't want the hunting to go on there. When they argued, probably called each other names. She walked away. He fired off the gun. Mm-hmm. Inappropriate, would you say, for somebody to do that?
Yeah, probably.
If you're doing it
maliciously.
Yeah. And what she's saying, what she clarified with me yesterday is, I said, well, listen, I've been around guns. I've never had an eardrum blow or something like that because of a gun going off. However, there's a reason why you'll see police officers and gun ranges. They're wearing the right. But what she's saying is that what the doctors are telling her is that it scared her so much, it raised her blood pressure, and that's what caused the
That's
aneurysm.
what I was thinking.
Yeah,
when I was hearing that.
And Judy's on the line right now, and has had quite a bout with this problem. She's been to several doctors, and they're attributing it to this action. Judy, you told us you would give us an update. You're calling in, and you went to the town meeting last night. Are you happy this morning?
You know, they were polite, and they did listen to me, and I got over the 3-minute limit. But you know, I don't know if they're going to charge this guy. Chief and Sarah was there, and I talked to him afterwards, and I have a meeting with him on Friday, tomorrow. But he did clarify something for me. Now, Chief and Sarah has known me for years, and if you don't know me, well, then, you know, it's different. What happened is I realized, or he told me, we can't charge him with menacing, and here's why.
Right.
I didn't know this. In order to charge someone with menacing, you have to fear for your life. So
and you clearly did not. You said you didn't fear for your life.
Well, I didn't say that, but here's the thing. I went back up there.
Right.
20 minutes later, I went back up there.
Right.
Now, they're saying if you're in fear for your life...
Why would you go back up there? Why would you put yourself in that position? I get that.
Yes.
Let me ask you this, Judy. And I know you still have the option to be able to, and we've reached out, by the way, to all parties, and at this point, we've gotten nowhere. And this is basically, it's a property issue, and I know you say it's not, but it is. It's still a property issue. It's your property, and you are against hunting, and certainly against hunting on your property.
Right.
But if this could be resolved without an arrest, would you be satisfied with that?
I'll be satisfied when it's not his house. I'll be satisfied when I see a for sale sign on that house.
I know a good realtor, Judy.
So do I. Mrs. Edline happens to be a realtor, and she's the other neighbor.
Okay. All right. So, do you? Sorry about that, Andrew. You just got really crushed on that.
Let's
one.
keep her out of it.
Judy, you feel that that's what's going to happen? Doesn't this gentleman rent at this place?
No, his girlfriend owns it.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know that you're going to be able to force them into moving, so I'll go back to my question. And again, we have reached out to them. I feel they should have a chance to be able to tell their side of the story. Mm-hmm. But if it could be resolved in a way, like there's a program out there called Peacemakers, and they'll put two people, and it happens a lot when it comes to issues like this. They'll work out an agreement where everybody walks away saying, I'm not exactly 100% happy, like they didn't sell the house, but it's worked out to a point where I'm okay. I'm happy. Would you be okay with that, or you still feel he should be arrested?
I still feel that they should press charges, although I don't think they're going to. Bill, why don't you just finally cave in and realize I'm a pit bull with lipstick?
You are a pit bull. I'm going to be honest with you, Judy. When we were done yesterday, I might have turned to Andrew, and I'm just saying hypothetically, I might have said, boy, I'm glad she's not mad at me because this is a tough lady.
Yeah, I'm bad.
Yeah, you're tough, and you. One thing it seems is you don't. Did we just play a little Tom Petty? You don't back down.
No, I don't.
No. So what I'm saying though is, wouldn't it be nice if we could all walk away from this and make sure something like this doesn't ever happen again?
Oh, yeah, but that's in a perfect world, and I'm
Yeah.
not living in a perfect world.
I get it. Okay. All right.
But-
Well,
and
yep.
Can I just say, I do think the issue is this isn't so much of a negotiation. Judy doesn't like hunting, but regardless of her feeling, if the gentleman is hunting illegally on land that's not his, and Judy objects to it, and the property owner objects to it, I feel like
it should be a pretty
there's
easy
not
situation.
there's not a negotiation. Judy,
So
you're in the right.
let me ask you though: the other property owner, are they reaching out to say to the police, or are you carrying the ball here?
I'm carrying the ball, but we did prove that he was definitely on the other person's property, and he had to move his tree stand.
Okay. All right.
When he moved his tree stand, he knew there were no deer in the little 4 acres that he had, so they arrested him for baiting. He baited his.
Oh, so there was
tree
a charge. So there was an arrest. So I'd say you got what you wanted then.
No, I didn't get what I wanted.
Okay, so-
I have over $150,000 worth of medical
Yeah,
bills.
you mentioned
because of
So
this.
with that said, are you going? And I think we asked you yesterday, and you are. You're looking for an attorney that
I
would
am.
be willing to take the case. The
Yep.
problem is, if this was a company, or if a corporation owned the
Oh, yeah.
property, they'd be all over you.
Yes, they would.
You know what's going on there. So,
Yeah.
all right, Judy. Well, good luck. Okay,
All right, thank you.
appreciate it. Okay.
All right.
Listen, I don't hunt, but I'm pro Second Amendment. I feel hunting is a big part of our community up here. What do you think on this story?
I think she's going to have a hard time proving that he fired the gun maliciously. There's a lot of reasons that he could have had to clear the chamber of that gun, a jam,
right,
bolt stock, whatever.
right,
So
or it could
in
have
order-
misfired on its own.
Exactly. So
could have
in order to be
misfired.
safe, he fired it.
Okay, all right.
Or to
what
prove
about
it was fired at all, unless
what
you've got
but
video.
we
or
know
anything.
what's really going on here. You've got one side prodding the other side. We know what's going
You can
on.
infer that probably, but that's
But
not
we can. But
substantive.
you're not. That's not going to lead into into any sort of a criminal charge.
Right.
And I'm glad that she came back today and accepted the answer from police in New Hartford as to why they didn't charge. Here's my question. She's saying that the property that he's on is a narrow parcel, about 400 feet, and then it goes back. A tree stand on that property. Can you shoot a deer on her property, or does a deer have to come onto his property?
You can shoot a deer on your property, and it can run onto other people's property. But
So within the law, he is
which-
protected, really, then. So he can have... What do you think?
I don't know. There's nuances to it that I'm not all that familiar with.
All right.
So
Can I
I
ask?
can't speak to that at all.
I ask another question. The baiting. Are you familiar with this? She
Sure.
said.
I mean, baiting would be specifically like taking corn or soybeans or something like that and scattering it around,
Trying to bring deer
trying
in.
to
literally
bring deer-
feeding the
apples.
deed and-
Now you can plant apple trees on your property or soybeans on your property or corn on your property.
Right.
And it's a food plot, but you can't just
can't throw
you can't
corn
go to
around.
Price Chopper and buy a bag of
Yeah.
Well, but you can use urine to attract.
No,
can't
no,
you?
no. The urine hides your odor from
It
the
hides
deer.
your odor. Gotcha. Okay. Well,
And then
you
the
can tell I'm a
noisemakers-
hunter.
The noisemakers are different.
Fired a gun a hole one time in my life.
So it's an interesting battle.
It's
Yeah.
just sad that neighbor
It is
conflicts
sad.
are always almost the disputes almost never end well, and
Well,
two
here
people
you
just
have,
don't talk.
Here you have what seems to be like an avid hunter living right next to a property owned by somebody who
A wildlife
Anti-hunter.
a wildlife person who takes care of animals. So. All right, interesting stuff there, Nagel.
I'm glad I'm
As
not neither of
always.
their shoes.
Yeah, and you handle it very diplomatically. I appreciate it. I was asking you not as a beer guy, but as a hunter. And I
Well,
think
I'm not a hunter.
Oh, you're not a hunter.
I
Okay.
hunt clay pigeons.
All right, and really great beer.
Yes.
Clay pigeons. Is that a golf
Are
thing?
very
No, it's,
successful. with that.
trap shooting, skeet
Boy,
shooting, sporting
you are
clays.
totally not a.
I like to play golf and basketball, baseball, softball.
Sporting
Yeah.
clays is a lot like golf, only you have a shotgun.